The sound my sister's body made when it hit the marble floor is something I'll hear for the rest of my life. Not a thud. Not a crash. Something softer. More final. Like all the air leaving her lungs at once, taking her future with it. I was standing in the doorway of Marcus Whitmore's penthouse, still in my construction clothes, covered in drywall dust, when I saw him standing over her. His hand was still raised. His knuckles were bleeding. And my sister Elena, 8 months pregnant with his child, was crumpled on the floor like discarded trash, not moving. For 3 seconds, nobody breathed. Then Marcus saw me. His face did something interesting. Shock, then calculation, then that smooth billionaire smile he wore in magazine covers. Adrian. I didn't hear you come in. I didn't answer. Couldn't. My brain was stuck on the image of my baby sister, the girl I'd raised after our parents died, lying motionless in a spreading pool of something dark. Blood. She was bleeding. This isn't what it looks like, Marcus said, lowering his hand slowly, adjusting his designer watch like we were having a normal conversation. Elena fell. She's been dizzy lately. The pregnancy. Shut up. My voice came out wrong. Too quiet. Too calm. The kind of calm that comes right before violence. I moved toward Elena, my work boots leaving dust prints on his pristine white marble. Knelt beside her. Pressed my fingers to her neck. Pulse. Faint but there. Baby. I whispered. Elena, can you hear me? Her eyes fluttered. Focused on me. And I saw something worse than pain in them. Resignation. Like this wasn't the first time. Like she'd been expecting this. Adrian, she breathed. Don't. Please. Just take me home. I'm calling an ambulance. No. She grabbed my wrist with surprising strength. No hospitals. No police. Please. Think of the baby. I am thinking of the baby. You're bleeding. It's just a nosebleed. I'm fine. Please. Adrian. Just take me home. I looked up at Marcus. He was already on his phone, typing something. Probably his lawyer. Probably his PR team. Probably calculating how much this was going to cost him to make disappear. Rich people don't face consequences. They buy silence. And my sister was begging me to sell. Get your coat, I told her quietly. We're leaving. Marcus cleared his throat. Actually, Elena lives here. This is her home. You're the guest, Adrian. And I think it's time you left. I stood up. Slowly. All 6'3" of me. 230 pounds of muscle built from 10 years of construction work. Marcus was tall too. But soft. Rich boy soft. Country club tennis. Not real work. Say that again, I said. He stepped back. Just half a step, but I saw it. Saw the fear flicker across his face before the mask came back. I don't want trouble, he said. But if you don't leave, I'll have to call security. Call them. I'll wait. We stared at each other. A construction worker and a billionaire. A man who broke his back for every dollar and a man who'd inherited millions before he was 25. Elena's voice broke the silence. Adrian, please. I'm begging you. Just take me to your place. Let me rest. We'll talk tomorrow. I wanted to refuse. Wanted to beat Marcus Whitmore until he understood what he'd done. Until he felt a fraction of the pain my sister was in. But Elena was looking at me with those eyes. The same eyes that used to beg me to read her one more bedtime story when she was 6. The same eyes that had watched me work 3 jobs to keep us fed after Mom and Dad died. I couldn't say no to those eyes. Get your things, I said. She tried to stand. Couldn't. I scooped her up, all 110 pounds of her plus the weight of the baby, and she felt like nothing. Marcus didn't try to stop us. Smart man. As I carried her to the door, she whispered against my shoulder. My phone. I need my phone. Where is it? Kitchen counter. I detoured. Grabbed it. And that's when I saw the security camera in the corner. Red light blinking. Recording everything. Marcus saw me notice it. Those are on a closed system, he said quickly. Automatically deletes after 24 hours. For privacy. How convenient. It's standard for high-security residences. I'm sure you understand. I understood plenty. I understood that in 24 hours, there would be no evidence of what happened here. No proof that Marcus Whitmore had beaten his pregnant girlfriend. No record except the blood on his marble floor, which would be cleaned up before morning. Rich people don't face consequences. They just delete the footage. I carried Elena to my truck, parked illegally in the loading zone of his luxury building. The doorman pretended not to see us. Probably paid well for his blindness. The drive to my apartment took 30 minutes. Elena didn't say a word. Just stared out the window, one hand on her belly, tears running silent down her face. I wanted to ask her how long this had been going on. How many times he'd hit her. Why she'd never told me. But I knew why. Because I would have killed him. And she was trying to protect me. My apartment was a studio in Queens, above a bodega that smelled like plantains and cigarettes. One room, Murphy bed, kitchen that was basically a hot plate and a mini fridge. Not a penthouse. But it was clean. And it was safe. I helped Elena onto the bed. Got her ice for her face, which was already swelling. Checked her over for other injuries. Bruises on her arms. Old ones, yellow and fading. New ones, purple and fresh. This had been going on for months. Why didn't you tell me? I asked quietly. Because you would have done something stupid. Stupid like what? Protecting my sister. Stupid like throwing away your life for mine. She grabbed my hand. Adrian, you don't understand what Marcus is capable of. He has lawyers. Connections. He could destroy you with a phone call. Get you arrested. Fired. Blacklisted from every job in the city. I don't care. Well, I care. You're all I have. If you go to prison for assaulting him, what happens to me? What happens to this baby? She had a point. A depressing, infuriating point. So what's the plan? I asked. You just keep letting him hit you? I'm leaving him. I've been planning it for weeks. I have money saved. A friend in Philadelphia who said I could stay with her. I was going to tell you tomorrow. What changed? She looked away. He found out about the money. The savings account I opened in secret. He was furious. Said I was stealing from him. That everything I have belongs to him because he pays for everything. That's not how it works. That's how it works when you're Marcus Whitmore. She was right again. And I hated it. My phone buzzed. Text from my brother Dante. Where are you? You missed dinner. Dante. My twin. 28 years old, same as me, but we couldn't be more different. I built things with my hands. He built things with computers. I was all muscle and instinct. He was all brain and strategy. But when it came to family, we were identical. We protected our own. I texted back, Elena's with me. Need you to come over. Now. 3 dots appeared. Then, on my way. Hi viewers. Kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. Warm welcome to the family. Enjoy the story. Elena fell asleep while we waited. Exhaustion or shock, I couldn't tell. Maybe both. I sat on the floor beside the bed, watching her breathe, watching her hand rest protectively over her belly. She'd wanted this baby so badly. Had talked about names and nursery colors and all the things good mothers think about. Now she was running for her life. Dante arrived 20 minutes later. Let himself in with the spare key. Took one look at Elena's bruised face and his expression went cold. He hit her, I said. Simple statement. No emotion. Dante's jaw tightened. How bad? Bad enough she collapsed. Bad enough she was bleeding. Bad enough she's been covering it up for months. Did you call the police? She won't let me. Says he'll bury us. And she's probably right. Dante sat down across from me. We looked at each other, and I saw my own rage reflected back in his eyes. Our baby sister. The girl we'd raised. The girl we'd sacrificed everything for. Beaten by a man who thought his money made him untouchable. So what do we do? Dante asked quietly. I don't know. Yes, you do. I can see it in your face. You're thinking about going back there. Beating him until he can't stand. Maybe worse. I didn't deny it. That's exactly what he wants, Dante continued. You assault him, you go to prison. He gets to play the victim. Gets sympathy. Gets Elena back under his control because she'll feel guilty you're locked up because of her. So we do nothing. I didn't say that. Dante pulled out his laptop. I said we don't do what he expects. We do what he can't defend against. What's that supposed to mean? He smiled. But it wasn't a happy smile. It was the smile he used to get when we were kids and someone bullied Elena at school. Right before he'd hack into their social media and make their life hell. It means Marcus Whitmore thinks he's untouchable because he's rich. Because he has lawyers and connections and a system designed to protect people like him. He's right. Maybe. But every system has vulnerabilities. Every network has backdoors. And every billionaire has secrets they'd kill to keep hidden. I understood what he was suggesting. You want to dig up dirt on him. I want to destroy him. Completely. So thoroughly that he never touches our sister again. So thoroughly that he never touches anyone again. That's not revenge. That's war. Good. Because I'm ready to go to war. Dante looked at Elena, sleeping peacefully for the first time in who knows how long. The question is, are you? I thought about the sound her body made hitting that marble floor. I thought about the old bruises on her arms. I thought about the baby she was carrying, innocent in all this, who deserved better than a father who beat his mother. Yeah, I said. I'm ready. Then here's what we're going to do. But before Dante could explain, Elena's phone rang. Loud in the quiet apartment. She stirred, reaching for it automatically. The screen showed Marcus's name. Her hand shook as she answered. Hello. We couldn't hear his words, but we could hear his tone. Smooth. Apologetic. The voice of a man who knew exactly what to say. I know, Elena said quietly. I know you didn't mean it. Yes. I understand. Tomorrow. Marcus, I don't think. Okay. Yes. I'll think about it. She hung up. Looked at us. He wants to meet. Somewhere public. Says he wants to apologize. Make things right. Don't go, I said immediately. I have to. Why? Because if I don't, he'll come looking for me. And I don't want him anywhere near your apartment. Near you. Dante leaned forward. When and where? Tomorrow. Noon. The restaurant in his hotel lobby. The Whitmore Grand? Yes. Dante and I exchanged a look. Perfect, Dante said. Elena frowned. Perfect. What's perfect about it? It means he's predictable. Arrogant. He thinks meeting in public, in a place he owns, makes him safe. Dante's fingers were already flying across his keyboard. But what he doesn't know is that public places have cameras, microphones, digital footprints. And I'm very good at finding footprints. What are you planning? Elena asked. Insurance, Dante said. You go to that meeting. You let him apologize. You record every word. And while you're doing that, I'm going to be doing some recording of my own. Recording what? He smiled that dangerous smile again. Everything. So here's what I'm asking you. If someone hurt your family, someone rich and powerful who thought they were above the law, how far would you go for justice? Would you play by the rules knowing they'd win? Or would you break every rule to make them pay? Because Adrian and Dante just made their choice. And tomorrow, when Elena walks into that restaurant, Marcus Whitmore is going to learn something important. Money can't buy everything. And some brothers don't forgive. They get even. The wire was so small I almost couldn't see it. Dante held it up to the light, a tiny clip-on device no bigger than a shirt button, and I marveled at how something so small could be the difference between justice and letting Marcus Whitmore walk away clean. "This will pick up everything within 15 feet, Dante said, attaching it carefully to the inside of Elena's collar. "Audio quality is crystal clear, and it uploads to a secure cloud server in real time, so even if he finds it and destroys it, we'll have the recording." It was 9 a.m., 3 hours before Elena's meeting with Marcus. She stood in my bathroom, looking at herself in the mirror, and I barely recognized her. She'd covered the bruises with makeup. Too much practice doing that, I realized with a sick feeling. Put on a dress that hid the marks on her arms. Styled her hair to hide the swelling on her face. She looked perfect, put together, like nothing was wrong. That's what abusers did. They turned their victims into actresses, performing normalcy while dying inside. "I don't know if I can do this," she whispered. "You can," I said. "You're the strongest person I know." "I don't feel strong. I feel terrified." "Good. That means you're smart." I put my hands on her shoulders. "But you're not alone. Dante and I will be right there. Marcus knows what you look like. He'll see you." "He won't see me," Dante said, closing his laptop. "I'll be in a service van outside with surveillance equipment. And Adrian will be inside the restaurant, but Marcus won't recognize him." I raised an eyebrow. "How do you figure that?" Dante pulled out a bag from behind the couch. Inside was a suit. An expensive one. The kind investment bankers wore. "You're going to be a businessman having lunch," he said. "Haircut, clean shave, tailored suit. Marcus sees construction workers as invisible. He won't look twice at someone who looks like him." "I don't look like him. Not yet. But give me 2 hours and you will." He was right. 2 hours later, standing in front of that same bathroom mirror, I didn't recognize myself either. The barber Dante found had transformed me. The long hair I usually kept in a ponytail was gone, replaced by a sharp executive cut. The beard I'd been growing for 2 years was shaved clean. And the suit fit like it was made for me, because Dante had it tailored overnight. I looked like I belonged in Marcus Whitmore's world. I hated it. "Perfect," Dante said, adjusting my tie. "Now remember, you're not there to confront him. You're there to observe. If things go wrong, if he gets violent, you intervene. But only if absolutely necessary. Define necessary. If he touches her, you stop him. If he threatens her, you stop him. If he so much as raises his voice in a way that scares her, you stop him. But until then, you're just a guy having lunch who happens to be sitting close enough to watch." I nodded, checked my watch. 11:15. 45 minutes. Elena emerged from the bedroom, ready. She looked beautiful and terrified in equal measure. "How do I look?" she asked. "Like someone who deserves better than Marcus Whitmore," I said. She almost smiled. Almost. Dante handed her a small, compact mirror. "If you feel unsafe at any point, if you want us to come get you immediately, open this and check your makeup. That's the signal. I'll be monitoring the feed. Adrian will be inside in under 30 seconds. And if Marcus finds the wire, tell him you're recording for your own protection. That you wanted documentation of his apology in case he denies it later. It's legal. New York is a one-party consent state. You're allowed to record conversations you're part of." She tucked the compact into her purse with shaking hands. "What if he gets angry? What if this makes everything worse? Then we have him on tape getting angry at his pregnant girlfriend for protecting herself," Dante said. "Which only helps our case." "What case?" "We're not going to the police." Dante and I exchanged a look. We hadn't told her the full plan yet. Hadn't wanted to add more stress. "Elena," I said carefully, "what we're doing today isn't just about recording his apology." "Then what's it about?" "Building a file," Dante said. "Marcus Whitmore is a billionaire. He has resources we don't. But what he doesn't have is anonymity. Every transaction, every email, every business deal leaves a digital trail. And I'm very good at following trails." You're going to hack him? I'm going to expose him. There's a difference. Dante pulled up something on his laptop, showed it to Elena. I've been digging since last night. Marcus Whitmore isn't just a real estate developer. He's dirty. Tax evasion, zoning violations, intimidation of competitors. Nothing anyone's been able to prove yet, but the pattern is there. So you're going after his business? I'm going after everything. By the time we're done, Marcus Whitmore won't just lose you. He'll lose his reputation, his empire, and his freedom. Elena was quiet for a long moment. That's not justice. That's revenge. You're right, I said. It is revenge. And he deserves every second of it. Adrian. He beat you, Elena. He beat you while you were carrying his child. He's been beating you for months, and he did it because he thought he could get away with it. Because men like him always get away with it. I knelt in front of her, took her hands. You want to know why I'm doing this? It's not just for you. It's for every woman he's hurt before. Every woman he'll hurt after if we don't stop him. And it's because I promised Mom and Dad I'd protect you, and I failed. I'm not failing again. Tears spilled down her cheeks. You didn't fail. I hid it from you. And I should have seen it anyway. Dante checked his watch. We need to move. Adrian, you'll take a cab to the restaurant. Arrive at 11:50. Order something. Settle in. Elena, I'll drive you. We'll get there at noon exactly. Not early. We don't want Marcus thinking you're eager. Not late. We don't want to give him ammunition about disrespect. This feels like a military operation, Elena said. It is, Dante replied. And we're not losing. The Whitmore Grand Hotel sat in the heart of Manhattan like a glass and steel monument to excess. 40 stories of luxury rooms, 3 restaurants, a spa that cost more per hour than I made in a day. Marcus Whitmore's crown jewel. I arrived at 11:50 exactly, walked through the lobby like I belonged there, and entered the restaurant. The hostess smiled at me, the same smile she probably gave every man in an expensive suit, and led me to a table with a clear view of the entrance. Will anyone be joining you? No. Just business lunch for one. Wonderful. Your server will be right with you. I ordered coffee and a salad I had no intention of eating. Positioned myself so I could see the entire restaurant. Counted exits. Noted cameras. Watched the staff move through their routines. Professional habits from my construction days. Always know the layout. Always have an escape route. At 11:58, my phone buzzed. Text from Dante. 2 minutes out. Camera check. I adjusted my position slightly, making sure the micro camera Dante had hidden in my watch faced toward the entrance. At noon exactly, Elena walked in. She looked composed. Confident. Nothing like the terrified woman I'd left her with. But I knew her too well. I saw the way her hand gripped her purse too tight. The way her eyes scanned the room before settling. The way her breathing was just a fraction too fast. She was terrified. But she was doing it anyway. That's what courage looked like. Marcus was already there. Sitting at a corner table, private and secluded. He stood when he saw her, all charm and apology written on his face. Even from across the room, I wanted to break him. He pulled out her chair, kissed her cheek, gestured for the waiter with the ease of someone who'd never been told no in his life. My earpiece crackled. Dante's voice quiet. Audio confirmed. I'm getting everything. I watched Marcus lean forward, take Elena's hand. Watched him speak earnestly. His face the picture of remorse. Classic abuser playbook. The apology. The promises. The tears if necessary. I'd researched it last night. How men like Marcus operated. The cycle of violence and reconciliation. How they made their victims feel responsible for the abuse. How they isolated them from family and friends. How they destroyed women from the inside out and called it love. Never meant to hurt you, Marcus's voice came through the wire, crystal clear. I was stressed. The Singapore deal was falling apart, and I took it out on you. That was wrong. Unforgivable. You hit me, Marcus. Elena's voice was steady. Stronger than I expected. While I was pregnant. I know. God, Elena, I know. And I'll never forgive myself. But I'm getting help. I've already contacted a therapist. Anger management. Whatever it takes. Dante's voice in my ear. Lie. I checked. No therapy appointments. No anger management enrollment. Nothing. Marcus continued. I love you. I love our baby. I want us to be a family. Please, just come home. Let me prove I can change. You've said that before. A flicker of irritation crossed his face. Just for a second. Then the mask was back. I know I have. But this time is different. This time I understand what I could lose. What you could lose. Elena pulled her hand away. Not what you've done. What you could lose. That's not what I meant. Yes, it is. You're not sorry you hit me, Marcus. You're sorry I left. You're sorry there might be consequences. His expression hardened. You're twisting my words. Am I? Because last night you said I was stealing from you. That everything I have belongs to you. I was angry. People say things. Do they say things with their fists too? The restaurant was quiet enough that I could hear his chair scrape as he leaned back. Could see him glance around, checking if anyone was listening. No one was. Rich people don't notice other rich people's drama. Except I wasn't rich. I was her brother. And I noticed everything. Lower your voice, Marcus said quietly. You're making a scene. I'm making a scene? I'm not the one who put his girlfriend in the hospital last month. My blood went cold. Hospital. Dante's voice in my ear, searching medical records now. Marcus's face had gone pale. You said you fell down the stairs. I lied. To protect you. Because I was scared of what you'd do if I told the truth. Because you said if I ever embarrassed you publicly, you'd make sure I never saw my brothers again. I never said that. You said you have friends in the police department. Friends in immigration. That you could make Adrian's construction license disappear. That you could get Dante investigated for hacking. You said a lot of things, Marcus. And I believed all of them. He stood up abruptly. I think you need to calm down. You're being emotional. Don't you dare. The pregnancy hormones are making you irrational. I understand. That's why I'm willing to forgive this outburst. Elena stood too. Forgive my outburst? You beat me unconscious and you're forgiving me. People were starting to look now. The carefully cultivated bubble of privacy was cracking. Marcus noticed. He grabbed her wrist. Sit down. Now. Let go of me. I said sit down. His grip tightened. I saw Elena wince. That was it. Necessary or not, I was done watching. I stood up, crossed the restaurant in 4 strides, and grabbed Marcus's wrist. The lady asked you to let go, I said quietly. He spun around, ready to tear into whoever had dared interrupt him. Then he saw my face. Recognition dawned. You. The construction worker. The brother, I corrected. And you've got about 3 seconds to take your hand off my sister before I break every finger you've got. Is that a threat? It's a promise. He let go of Elena, stepped back. But his expression wasn't afraid. It was calculating. You're making a very big mistake, he said. Both of you. Do you know who I am? What I'm capable of? I know exactly what you're capable of, I said. I saw what you did to her last night. She fell. She fell because you hit her. Prove it. He smiled. Oh wait, you can't. Because there's no evidence. No police report. No hospital record. Just the word of a construction worker and his unstable sister. Unstable? Elena's voice shook with rage. You beat me and I'm unstable? You're pregnant and emotional. Anyone would understand why you might misremember events. Dante's voice crackled in my ear. Adrian, security is coming. 2 guards, heading your way. Get Elena out. Now. I saw them. 2 large men in hotel uniforms, moving through the restaurant toward us. We're leaving, I told Elena. Good idea, Marcus said. And don't come back. Either of you. This is my hotel. You're trespassing. Your hotel? I thought you said everything belonged to everyone, Elena shot back. Or does that only apply to my money? The security guards arrived. Mr. Whitmore? Is there a problem? These 2 are harassing me. I'd like them removed. That's not. I started. Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave, the larger guard said. Not aggressive. Just firm. Doing his job. We're going, Elena said. She grabbed my arm. Come on, Adrian. We walked out with as much dignity as we could manage. The entire restaurant watching. Whispers following us. Outside, Dante's van was already pulling up. Elena and I climbed in. Drive, I said. Dante pulled into traffic. I got everything. The wire picked up every word. Including the part where he threatened us? Elena asked. Including that. Also, I found something while you were in there. He handed back his tablet. Medical records from Mount Sinai Hospital. 3 months ago. Elena Collins, admitted with broken ribs and internal bleeding. Cause listed as fall downstairs. Attending physician made a note in the file. Patient's injuries inconsistent with stated cause. Suspect domestic violence. Patient refused police intervention. Elena was crying now. I was so scared. He said if I told anyone, he'd say I was unstable. That he'd use his money to take the baby away from me after it was born. I believed him. He can't take the baby, I said. We won't let him. You don't understand what he's capable of. The lawyers he has. The judges he knows. Then we don't fight him in court, Dante said. We fight him where he's vulnerable. Where's that? Dante smiled that dangerous smile. Public opinion. Shareholders. The court of people who actually matter to his business. What are you talking about? Marcus Whitmore is the CEO of Whitmore Development Corporation, publicly traded company, which means he answers to a board of directors, and boards hate scandals. You want to expose him? I want to destroy him. Completely. But I need more than just audio of him being an asshole at lunch. I need proof of criminal activity. And I think I know where to find it. I didn't like the look on his face. What are you planning? His penthouse. The security system you saw last night. He said the footage deletes after 24 hours. So it's already gone. From the local storage, yes. But everything uploads to a cloud backup first. It's standard security protocol. Which means somewhere on his servers is video evidence of what he did to Elena. You can't hack into his system from here. No. But I can from inside his building. Dante turned the van north. His office is in the Whitmore Tower, 32nd floor. And tomorrow is Saturday. Building will be almost empty. Security will be minimal. You want to break into a billionaire's office? I want to walk into a billionaire's office. There's a difference. Elena shook her head. This is crazy. You'll get caught. You'll get arrested. Not if I'm careful. And I'm always careful. Adrian, tell him this is insane. I looked at Dante. Saw the determination in his eyes. The same determination I'd seen when we were kids and someone messed with Elena. We'd never back down then. We weren't backing down now. How long do you need? I asked. Inside the building. 20 minutes. Maybe 30. To actually access his servers and download the security footage, financial records, emails, everything. And if security catches you, they won't. Because you're going to be distracting them. How? He grinned. Remember when we were 17 and you started that fight at the mall to give me time to steal Dad's birthday present from the sports store? We're not 17 anymore. No. But the principle is the same. You cause a commotion. Security focuses on you. I slip in, do what I need to do, and slip out. And when they arrest me for whatever commotion I'm causing, they won't arrest you. You'll be a concerned citizen reporting a gas leak or a fire alarm or whatever sounds most urgent. By the time they figure out it was a false alarm, I'll be done. Elena grabbed both our hands. Please don't do this. Both of you. Just let it go. I'll disappear. Move somewhere he can't find me. Start over. And let him get away with it? I asked. Let him beat the next woman? And the one after that? That's not your responsibility. Maybe not. But it is my choice. I squeezed her hand. You're my sister. He hurt you. That makes it personal. This will end badly. Maybe, Dante said. Or maybe it ends with Marcus Whitmore in prison where he belongs. Maybe it ends with justice. Real justice, not the kind rich people buy. She looked between us. Saw we'd already made up our minds. You're both idiots, she whispered. Probably, I agreed. But we're your idiots. Dante pulled the van into a parking garage 3 blocks from Whitmore Tower. Killed the engine. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. building is quietest then. Weekend skeleton crew. What do you need me to bring? I asked. Just yourself. And maybe a fire extinguisher. Why a fire extinguisher? Because nothing gets security's attention like smoke. So here's what I'm asking you. If you could expose someone powerful, someone who thought they were above the law, but it meant breaking the law yourself, would you do it? Would you risk everything for the chance at real justice? Because tomorrow morning, Adrian and Dante are walking into Whitmore Tower. And one way or another, Marcus Whitmore's secrets are coming out. The question is whether the brothers make it out before everything explodes. The fire alarm started screaming at 9:14 a.m. Not part of the plan. Not my doing. And definitely not supposed to happen before Dante was even inside the building. I was standing in the Whitmore Tower lobby, fire extinguisher in hand, ready to trigger it myself in exactly 6 minutes, when the real alarm went off. People started pouring out of the elevators. Security guards barking orders. The lobby descended into controlled chaos. And Dante was supposed to be using this chaos to slip upstairs. Except he wasn't in the building yet. My earpiece crackled. Adrian, what the hell did you do? Nothing. It wasn't me. Then who? The answer walked through the front entrance 30 seconds later. Elena. She was wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, completely out of place among the evacuating office workers in their Saturday casual clothes. In her hand was a lighter. She saw me. Walked straight over. What are you doing here? I demanded. Helping. By setting off the fire alarm? Bathroom trash can. 2nd floor. Small fire. Already out. But enough smoke to trigger the sensors. She looked around at the chaos. You're welcome. Elena, you're supposed to be at my apartment, safe. Safe while my brothers risk everything for me? Not happening. Before I could argue, Dante's voice came through the earpiece. Abort. Abort. Too many variables. Elena's presence changes everything. No, Elena said, pulling out her own earpiece. Where had she gotten that? It doesn't change anything. It makes it better. Security will focus on the fire. Adrian can help coordinate the evacuation like a concerned citizen. And I can do what you were planning, Dante. You can't hack a server, Dante said. No. But I can walk into Marcus's office and take what we need. I have the access codes. I lived with him for 2 years. He made me memorize them in case of emergency. I grabbed her arm. Absolutely not. You're 8 months pregnant, Anne. And that's exactly why this works. Who's going to suspect a pregnant woman of corporate espionage? She pulled away from me. I'm doing this, Adrian. With or without your permission. The security guard nearest us was shouting into his radio. All floors clear except executive level. Need confirmation 32nd floor is evacuated. The 32nd floor, Elena said. That's Marcus's office. They haven't cleared it yet. Dante's voice. Because it's keycard access only. Security would need authorization to enter, which they won't get quickly on a Saturday. So we have a window, Elena said. A very small window, I corrected. And I'm not letting you go up there alone. You can't come with me. Security knows your face from yesterday. She was right. I hated that she was right. I'll go, Dante said. I'm already parked in the service entrance. Give me 90 seconds to get to the executive elevator. The security guard was moving toward us now. Sir, ma'am, you need to evacuate. Building protocol. Of course, I said smoothly, guiding Elena toward the exit. Is everyone okay? Was anyone hurt? No injuries. Appears to be a small trash fire. Probably a cigarette. Thank God. These old buildings, you never know. This building is only 5 years old. Right. Still, better safe than sorry. We made it outside. The crowd of evacuated workers was growing. Some annoyed, some excited by the break-in routine, all focused on their phones. Elena pulled me aside. Dante's in. He just texted. On your phone. Elena, phones can be traced. Burner. Dante gave it to me last night, along with the earpiece and instructions on how to cause a distraction without getting arrested. She smiled slightly. He knew I wouldn't stay away. Of course he did. We waited. Every second felt like an hour. I watched the building entrance, counting guards, noting positions, planning escape routes in case this went sideways. At 9:22, my earpiece crackled. I'm in his office, Dante said, his voice tight. But we have a problem. What kind of problem? The kind where Marcus is already here. My blood went cold. What? He's in his office. Suit and tie, working on a Saturday like the workaholic psychopath he is. I can see him through the glass wall. Get out. Now. I can't. I'm in his server room. It's a separate locked area adjacent to his office. If I leave now, the door lock will disengage and he'll get an alert. I need to finish the download first, or the security protocol will flag it as an intrusion. How long? 8 minutes. Maybe 10. Dante. I know. Just keep him distracted. Don't let him leave his office. How am I supposed to do that? I'm outside the building. Elena grabbed my arm. I can do it. No. But she was already moving. Back toward the building entrance. I lunged after her, but a security guard stepped in my path. Sir, you need to stay back. Building's not cleared yet. I watched helplessly as Elena walked up to a different guard, said something I couldn't hear, and was waved inside. What is she doing? I muttered. Dante's voice. She just walked into Marcus's office. What? Through my earpiece, I heard it. Elena's voice, muffled but clear. Marcus. We need to talk. Then Marcus, surprised and angry. How did you get up here? Buildings being evacuated. I told security I left my prenatal vitamins in your office. They let me up. You shouldn't be here. Neither should you. There's a fire alarm. It's a false alarm. Trash fire on 2. Nothing to worry about. A pause. Why are you really here? I wanted to apologize. For yesterday. For making a scene. I could hear the skepticism in his voice. You wanted to apologize. I was emotional. Scared. I said things I didn't mean. Your brother threatened me. I know. I'm sorry. They don't understand our relationship. Don't understand that we love each other. Do we? Because yesterday you seemed pretty clear that you were leaving me. I was angry. But I've been thinking. About the baby. About what kind of life I can give him without you. Him. The ultrasound. It's a boy. I found out yesterday. Silence. Then Marcus, his voice softer. A son. Your son. And he deserves to know his father. Deserves the life you can give him. The life I can't give him on a waitress's salary. You're not a waitress anymore. You haven't worked since we got together. Exactly. I have no job, no skills, no way to support myself, let alone a baby. I was foolish to think I could do this alone. Dante's voice in my ear. 6 minutes. Keep him talking. But Marcus was quiet. Thinking. Calculating. This is very convenient timing, he said finally. Right after you accused me of assault in a restaurant full of witnesses. I was upset. You scared me. I scared you? Or your brothers scared you into thinking you could destroy me? No one's trying to destroy you. Then what's this? A pause. The sound of something sliding across a desk. Your purse, which you conveniently forgot to take yesterday, which has been sitting in my office all night, and which I had my security team examine. No. Elena's voice, shaky now. You went through my purse? I found the wire. Elena. The recording device. Very sophisticated. Very expensive. Not the kind of thing you buy at Radio Shack. I don't know what. Don't lie to me. His voice exploded. You came to that restaurant wired for sound. You recorded our entire conversation. You and your brothers are trying to blackmail me. It's not blackmail, it's protection. You beat me, Marcus. I needed evidence. Evidence of what? A private conversation between a couple having relationship problems? That's not evidence of abuse. That's evidence of you being manipulative and calculating. Dante. 4 minutes. Adrian, I need more time. But I was already moving. Shoving past the security guard. Running for the entrance. Sir. You can't. I didn't stop. Hit the lobby at full speed. Spotted the stairwell. Started climbing. 32 floors. At a dead run. My lungs were screaming by floor 10. My legs burning by floor 20. But I didn't slow down. Elena's voice in my ear, frightened. Marcus, you're hurting me. Where are your brothers? Are they here? Are they recording this too? No. I came alone. You're lying. You've always been a terrible liar. The sound of something breaking. Glass. Elena screamed. Floor 28. 4 more to go. Dante. 2 minutes. Download at 87%. I hit floor 32. Burst through the stairwell door. The executive level was empty. Just one glass-walled office at the end of the hall. Marcus had Elena against the wall. One hand around her throat. The other raised. I didn't think. Didn't plan. Just ran. Hit the glass door at full speed. It shattered. Marcus spun around, and I tackled him. We went down hard. I got one good punch in before he kicked me off. Elena, run! I shouted. But she wasn't running. She was on her knees, gasping, hand on her stomach. The baby, she gasped. Something's wrong. Marcus lunged for me. Got his hands around my throat. He was stronger than he looked. Gym strong, not work strong, but strong enough. You're done, he snarled. Both of you. I'm pressing charges. Assault. Breaking and entering. You'll spend the next 10 years in prison. Black spots danced in my vision. My lungs screamed for air. Then Dante's voice, calm and clear, download complete. And Marcus. Say hello to the internet. Marcus's grip loosened. What? Your security footage. Your emails. Your financial records. Every illegal thing you've ever done. I just uploaded it to every news outlet in the country. By Monday morning, you won't just lose Elena. You'll lose everything. Marcus released me. Stumbled to his desk. Pulled up his computer. His face went white. No. You couldn't have. I could. And I did. Dante stepped into the office from the server room, laptop under his arm. It's over, Marcus. You broke into my system. That's illegal. Hacking, corporate espionage. So sue me. Oh wait, you can't. Because every lawyer in the city will see what you did. The embezzlement. The bribery. The code violations that killed 3 construction workers in your Atlantic City project. The sexual harassment settlements you paid to keep quiet. The tax evasion. All of it. Marcus grabbed his phone. I'll have you arrested. All of you. Go ahead, I said, getting to my feet. Call the police. Tell them you invited us here. Tell them what you did to Elena. I'm sure they'll be very interested in that conversation. He looked between the 3 of us. Cornered. Desperate. Dangerous. You think you've won, he said quietly. You think exposing me destroys me? I have money. Lawyers. I'll be out on bail before dinner. And the first thing I'll do is come after you. All of you. I'll destroy your lives. Get you fired. Evicted. Blacklisted. I'll make sure you never work in this city again. Maybe, Dante said. Or maybe you'll be too busy dealing with the federal investigation into your offshore accounts. The IRS doesn't like tax evasion. And the SEC really doesn't like securities fraud. You can't prove. I can prove everything. Because you kept records. Emails. Bank statements. Encrypted files you thought were safe. Turns out, your password was Whitmore1. Not very creative. For the first time, Marcus looked genuinely afraid. What do you want? He asked. We want you gone, I said. Out of Elena's life. Forever. Sign over custody of the baby. Agree to supervised visitation only. And stay the hell away from our family. And if I refuse, then Monday morning, the world learns who you really are. And good luck maintaining a board position when your shareholders find out you've been stealing from them. Marcus sat down heavily. Looked at Elena, still on her knees, still clutching her stomach. You do this? He asked her. Destroy me? After everything I've given you? You gave me bruises and fear, she said quietly. You gave me nightmares and broken ribs and a terror of being alone with the man I loved. So yes, I do this. For my son. For myself. For every woman you'll never get the chance to hurt again. He was quiet for a long moment. Then he opened his desk drawer. Pulled out a piece of paper. For one horrible second, I thought it was a gun. But it was a document. Pre-printed legal form. Custody agreement, he said. My lawyer had me prepare it. In case you came back. In case you tried to take my son. Our son, Elena corrected. Sign it, I said. Marcus picked up a pen. Hesitated. If I sign this, you delete the files? No, Dante said. We keep the files. As insurance. You stay away from Elena, you behave yourself, and they never see the light of day. You come near her, you threaten her, you so much as call her, and everything goes public. That's the deal. That's blackmail. No. That's justice. Marcus signed the document. Slid it across the desk. Elena tried to stand. Couldn't. Gasped in pain. The baby, she whispered. Adrian, something's really wrong. I was beside her in an instant. Where does it hurt? Everywhere. Cramping. Sharp pain. I think. Her eyes went wide with fear. I think I'm in labor. You can't be. You're only 8 months. Tell that to the baby. Dante was already on his phone. Ambulance to Whitmore Tower, 32nd floor. Pregnant woman, premature labor, possible complications. Marcus stood. I'll call my doctor. Dr. Reynolds, he's the best in the city. Stay away from her, I said. She needs medical attention. She needs to never see you again. The ambulance arrived 12 minutes later. Paramedics rushing in with a stretcher, asking questions, checking vitals. Elena's water had broken. Real labor. Too early. They loaded her onto the stretcher. I grabbed her hand. You're going to be okay, I said. The baby is going to be fine. You both are. She squeezed my hand. Did we do it? Did we really stop him? I looked back at Marcus, still sitting at his desk, defeated. Yeah, I said. We stopped him. They wheeled her toward the elevator. Dante and I followed. As we passed Marcus, he spoke one last time. You have no idea what you've done. The enemies you've made. The consequences that are coming. I stopped, turned to face him. We made one enemy, I said. You. And honestly, after what you did to my sister, I can live with that. We left him there, in his glass office, surrounded by his expensive furniture and his dying empire. And we went to the hospital. Click the image showing on your screen right now to watch part 2. More betrayals, more truth, more secrets are yet to be uncovered.
Thank you for watching this story to the end. If you enjoyed this story, you will surely love the next one. It's as crazier and more intriguing as you can ever imagine. So do check it out. Click on the image showing on your screen right now to watch the next one.